this. That would have been great. So, all right, so let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is go over your page don'ts. So I am going to share my screen. So give me just a minute to get that pulled up. I exited it too fast. All right. So on your pages that you come to, you are always going to be, if you are in the computer that you set up initially your website where you are the admin, anytime you come into your site, you're always going to see the admin portal. Okay. Now, the thing about it is once you get Google AdSense, you do not want to click on any of the Google links that are in there. You don't want to click on any of your own links within your page. Google frowns on that. Hold on, guys. The baby woke up. Okay, we're gonna have a visitor for a minute till he gets back night-night. So he's gonna sleep for a minute.
So right. if you do have to make changes, you put it on edit mode?
Yeah, so yeah, so you will be in edit if you want to make changes. Somehow my edit disappeared. Oh, that's because I'm in here. So I'm going to click on this because I was in a search. So now it pulls up. I am on my page and you see it's not there. Okay.
It's not what?
You see my toolbar is not there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So now I am in the customer side of it. Okay. And it's probably because I've been in it too long. So if I update it, it's going to ask me to log back in probably. Here's another one. Okay. So when you are in your edit mode, let me just close everything out and start over. I got too much stuff here.
How often do you get, or do you get rid of that every day?
Yeah, you need to shut down every day. I was on it last night and I forgot to shut it down because I was doing some stuff.
Yeah, I guess so.
So my daughter's calling me. So I just come in here and it's going to take it a minute to pull up. That's why it was giving me that. There comes Linda Marie. So when you come into your particular site, you always want to make sure, you know, it's going to show that no matter what. It's going to show your different information. So this is going to be my home page. Your home page, your edit is always down at the bottom of the page itself. You don't have it in your toolbar at the top. So your home page, your edit's down here at the bottom. Oh, poor baby. So these are my Google ads. See right here, this lets you know it's Google. Do not ever click on your own Google ad. They frown on that. It's called false clicks. And they want your customers that come to your site to click it, and they will be able to determine if you've clicked your own site based on your logarithms. Okay. So if you ever do find something that you want to shop from on your own site, then shop it from your back office. So if you're in Velveeta, go to your Velveeta site and purchase it from there. Wine Ambassador, same thing. Go to your Wine Ambassador and purchase your stuff there. Anything for like that we have for Cash Network Direct, go to your Cash Network Direct back office and follow the link from there. Don't click it from your own website. Okay. The other thing that you want to do is when you're coming up here and you want to do a new page, we're going to come here to a new page. The one thing you want to make sure that you do Let me open up another one. Is before you start a new page, don't start automatically writing your information, because when it does that first update or save your draft, your URL, or your slug down here is going to put a freaky logarithm in here. It's going to put a code in here because you don't have a title. So you can always change your title later, but always put a title before you start actually creating a page. I don't care what it is. It could be, your key phrase, anything. Just make sure that you have something here. You don't leave it blank, because then you're going to get you're going to get a freaky message right here. And if you don't remember to go in and change your slug after you publish it, it will still remain that. Okay. The other thing you need to also be aware of is that your title and your slug will be the same. Mm-hmm. Those of you that saw Rory today, you saw that he went in there. He had a really long title on his holiday page, and it was in the yellow because it was really long. But he took the first five words, copied it, and that's what he made into his key phrase. And then he came down here and made it into his slug. So you can change your slug if you have a really long title and just use your key phrase as your slug, which will then be your URL for that page. So that's why you always want to make sure, and I'll show you what I mean. When I go to my all pages, I'm going to pull up the ones that I've recently done. So I'm going to pull up my published pages. I want the ones I've just done in August and apply. So I'm going to pull up the ones I've done in August. So please, guys, mute if you have some background noise.
Account with us. Please key in or say.
Okay, thank you. I don't think you want everybody to hear your account information. So when I come here to edit, this is the one on the cookie. And by the way, these people are really great in their customer service department. I ordered cookies last month. They didn't come in. They kept saying they were waiting on the routing information. So I sent them an email saying that when were they coming, and they lost it. Somewhere between them and UPS lost my cookies. They refunded me my money and still are sending me my cookies. So they're great. So this is the page I did on the cookies. You see my title, Healthy Tasty Cookies, Treat and Gift. All right. So my key phrase is Healthy Tasty Cookies, which is a great key phrase. And that's what I put as my slug. I cut off the rest of it. If I had not changed my slug, it would be the same thing as my title. And then when you come over here and look at your permalink is always going to be whatever your slug is. So if you want to change it to make it shorter, especially if you're going to create a meme or you are going to create a Canva post or anything like that, you want it to be easy to remember, then this is where you can go in and change it. However, when you change it, you need to make sure it includes your key phrase. So if you have a really long key phrase to start off with, then your slug might just be your key phrase. It still needs to be short. I always tell people, watch your titles. If you have a really long, catchy title, that's great. Just look at this slug because it's going to be exactly what your title is. And you can always change it. You just need to make sure it relates to your key phrase. On my collagen page, you can see, let me go here. I'm going to go back to August. So, all right, this one is another one that I did. So this one says collagen peptides. It's a snap or youth in a snap. So I have a really long key phrase or a really long title. Okay. My key phrase is collagen. Collagen is a great key phrase. Keyword, I usually try to use 1 or 2 letter or word key phrases. I don't like to use real long ones because I do create my own memes sometimes. And then I came down here and you see my slug is collagen. So then when I go to do advertising, I look at my permalink and it's a one-word permalink. So I have a really short phrase. So when I go to advertise, I don't have this big, long URL for people to have to try to remember what it is. It's a one-word phrase. My title itself, collagen peptides, is another great key phrase. So I have several different ways that I can market my page that people are going to find me. Active ingredients is another great key phrase, even though people are not aware of it. Benefits of collagen peptide is another great key phrase. So when I do my Jaxie searches, and there's like multiple good key phrases that I find, those are the ones that I use for my headlines. Because I want people to be able to find my page for everything. What is collagen good for? That is a great key phrase, but it's not what I wanted to write my whole page about. So there's so many different ways that you can use key phrase searches other than just having that one word for a key phrase. And then once you get that down, just create your outline using those key phrases. And then you may or may not use all of them. I always have a really long outline, and I might combine 2 or 3 different keywords and make one complete paragraph or a couple of paragraphs or a section. So again, it just really depends on how you want to use those key phrases that you find. You're going to have one that stands out better than the others, but that doesn't mean that you have to negate using the other ones. You can still use them. Like plant-based extracts is a phenomenal key phrase, but I didn't have enough material on this one that I could use it as a permanent or my main key phrase, focus key phrase, but it works great as a topic or a headline. So again, that's how you can go in and use it. Again, like I said, you don't want to start a new page by starting writing immediately. Always have a title. You can change your title later. You want to make sure that you update at least every 20 to 30 minutes when you're creating a page. Save it as draft, or if you're modifying it, hit update, because your page will time out. And in that way, if you've updated it enough, when you go in, if you're on it like me, 5 or 6 hours a day, it will time out and it'll just sit there and spin and spin and spin. That's where you're going to have to copy your page, go to your refresh button. Hopefully it had auto saved and you won't lose too much. I usually just say if that's the case and you haven't saved it, then you're more than likely going to have to save at least half of it or copy at least half of it. And then you'll be able to go back in and copy what you're missing. Is that about what you wanted me to go over, Nicole? Anything I missed on that one?
I think you covered it. I don't know where I heard that you can't, like Google recognizes your computer. Yeah. I don't know what that meant either.
Yeah, so Google, they have those little bots. It's basically a program that they run. So when you sign up for Google, it basically assigns your computer logarithm a code. So it knows anytime you are on that computer and you click your site, whether you're on it or somebody else is on it, it has flagged your computer specifically for its Google ads. Okay, so it's like your son comes in and says, Mom, I want to use your computer for homework. And he runs across your site and he sees something he likes and he clicks it. Even though it's not you, it's still your computer that's been assigned with your URL on it. That's your main focus point. That's what Google has assigned. Just like your car has a VIN number, whether you're driving or not, if somebody gets a ticket in it, that's still your car. You're still held accountable for it. So same thing with your computer. It gets signed a number when you get registered for Google, and they can track anytime somebody clicks or anytime a link's clicked from that computer. They will just automatically assume it was you, whether it was you or not.
Okay, so what if someone used my computer to purchase wine or something? Does that, because they clicked on my link with my computer, does that also apply or no?
Yes, it will, because if they click on your link from your page should automatically pull up and edit. If they do a search on it, that's why I don't ever let anybody use my computer to shop on, because it still shows my computer as being active, whether they sign up as a new customer or not. Now you can give them your link for Wine Ambassador. That's different.
Right.
But
Okay.
if they come to your finds wine page and click on a link from the computer that you're trying to get registered for Google AdSense, Google sees that as basically you are clicking your own links in your page, because that is your assigned computer that is your main computer that you are using for Google Ads.
Okay, but it's okay to use my computer for the Wine Ambassador site itself.
Yes. So
Okay.
you can pull up Wine Ambassador on yours. That has nothing to do with Google. They just can't go to your Find Wines page and click from there to sign up for Wine Ambassador on your computer. You can literally pull up the Valentis on your computer and say, hey, go here and register. That has nothing to do with your website.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Same way with, even you yourself, like I said, if you wanted to buy something from Wine Ambassador or any of our affiliates, then you need to go to your dashboard for those particular affiliates and purchase, not through your website.
Okay.
You still get credit if you go through your dashboard. Just like my husband, when I signed him up today, I didn't go through my page to go through coffee. I actually went to Valentis and signed him up as a customer through there. I still got credit because I signed up under my dashboard and put him up as a customer.
Is that the same thing with ClickBank and CJ?
Yes.
Is it okay to use the links to sign up? And I thought that they didn't want you to get the discount, or is that?
No, you can go through, same thing with CJ and ClickBank. Just go there, pull up a link and, and sign. When I had my pets, my dog, we bought stuff from there all the time. I just pulled up my CJ account, found the one I wanted, clicked on the link and purchased. You just can't go through your own website.
Okay.
If you're doing Google.
Got it.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But yeah, you can buy from any of the vendors that you have access to. Just make sure you're not clicking it through your website. That's the only you do not want to do that. But yeah, you can buy from your own site, from your own vendors. Totally. Okay. All right. So let me see if I can get him to lay back down.
Hi, Phyllis.
Helena, Marie, Hastings.
Are you feeling better, Linda?
Yes.
That's good.
Okay.
Oh, Sheila's?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead.
Oh, it was just one more thing. If you want to clear out something you said previously with your website to make it move faster, or forgot what that was.
You have a cache in your computer.
Mm-hmm.
You also have a cache on your site. So when you go to your dashboard, you see up here where it has the cache.
Yes.
You can go in there and delete any previous searches that you've done in your computer, any previous updates that's kind of stored in there. Just go up there and delete that. Sometimes it'll say there's nothing in there. There still is, but you can go in there and delete that, and that'll help it speed up. If it still slows down after that, then there's only one or two things. Either you need to delete the cache in your computer itself to speed up your computer, or your process is too slow. Either your internet speed's too slow or or something like that.
We got any computer.
Okay.
Okay. Is there any time you don't want to do that?
No, because the cache is literally just like a backup system for old stuff. But the way we're working, everything should be new and updated. If you lose anything, just get with your instructor, which would be me, and we can get Matt to go in, and he's got a way that he can go in and find stuff if we lose it. But most of the time, all that does is, like, if you did a page before and it's like 2 or 3 months ago, and it's like, oh, what did I do? That's where you have the revisions here. Sometimes some of the old revisions are kept in your cache, sometimes they're not. So if you have like 2 or 3 years worth of revisions in there, it might get rid of maybe the first 6 months of them.
Okay.
Sheila, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
When you were talking about the titles and stuff,
Uh-huh.
so you go to the title up there, and what if you decide you don't want that title? Can you change it even after you've already published it?
You can, as long as it has the same slug. You have to keep the slug if you've published it. Well, let me take that back. If you've published it and not advertised it, you have the discretion to change anything you want to. If you've advertised it, you can change the title, but you cannot change the slug, or your page that you've advertised is going to come up no page found.
Yeah.
Or you're going to get that.
So you shouldn't change the slug?
No. If you've advertised the page. Now, if you haven't advertised it and just published it, you can change anything.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
But the slug, should it always be the same as the title?
It's going to be, that's just the way it does, unless it's a published page already and you go in and rechange the title, it will not automatically change. You have to manually change it. It will stay whatever it was before. That's the only flaw in it.
So what if you switch it back over to draft and do some stuff in it and then put it back into publish?
It still won't change that slug. You have
Okay.
to take this, if you take the slug out and then change your topic, when you're in draft, take the slug out, change your title, and then go back to save draft, it'll put it back in there. But for the most part, that slug will stay the same unless you manually change it once it's published.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Sheila?
Yes, ma'am. I hear you now.
Oh, it might have been the earbuds I was using.
Gotcha.
But I have not signed up for a Google telephone number.
Mm-hmm.
And when we do our ads, we do need that number, correct?
If you're doing V marketing, yes, you need either a Google voicemail, or Google Voice, or you need TextNow or Text for Free.
I'm kind of behind with this. But how do I get the Google number?
It will automatically assign you one. When you put in your phone number, your home phone number, whether it's your cell phone number or if you have a landline, it will pull up your routing area and it will give you a list of numbers to choose from. And you just select one.
So I just do it with my Google, the regular Google on my computer.
No, you actually have to go in. So when you're in Google,
yes,
you have these 9 dots over here. It says Google Apps.
Okay.
If you click on that one, you can search down here and you're going to search for Google Phone or Google Voice. Okay. If you don't see it, you're going to just keep scrolling down until you see it. And then it'll say get more from Google, and you go in there and you just click in Google Voice. And it'll look like this little phone icon right here.
Okay. That's simple.
Yep. And then once you don't want to do the Hangouts, you want to do the Google Voice. And then once you do the Google Voice, it's going to ask you some information, and one of them is going to be what phone number you are, where you at. And if you have a landline, it's going to, whatever phone you use on a daily basis. And you're going to put that phone in there. It's going to route your geographical location. And then it's going to give you a list of numbers available for your area. And you're just going to choose one. And once you click on that number, then it's going to populate and say that's your phone number. And then it's going to pull up your information like this. It'll pull up a Google Voice toolbar tab where you can start sending information. Your phone number will be listed up here at the top. Or over here to the side, you're going to see the number that you're going to have. And it's going to, like I said, it's going to be based on your location and what's available. You want to use that number. So you want to write that number down. If you use TextNow, it's going to do the same thing.
Okay.
Let me be
One more question. When I get that Google number, it's something that, and it could be something old, but I don't know, where you have to send out like 20 something per day.
That's the text. Yes, if you're doing V marketing on a Google number, you only need to do 10 a day for the first 30 days.
Oh,
Yep. Because if you do 20 a day and you haven't done anything else in that Google number, they will block you. In other words, they'll take it away. Because
okay.
Google doesn't want you to do nothing but advertising. They want you to use that number for other things. So that's why I say that'll be a number you use when you do advertising and they require a phone number. Put your Google Voice number in there.
Okay.
People will call it. I get calls all the time. I don't answer them. If it's not a program number that I recognize, it goes to voicemail. Google will transcribe it for you and send you an email that says you have this message in your Google Voice.
Okay.
Okay. TextNow is a little bit better. You can do 20 a day on that one. I do recommend when you're doing your V marketing that you modify those messages. You're not sending the same message every day. Change it up a little bit. Change it up a little bit.
Change them a little bit every day.
Yes. Or
Okay.
cycle them out. I have like 10 different ones that say the same thing. One might have a different line in there. One might, and I always have a salutation. Good morning. How are you? Hope your day's going well. Hope this day finds you better. Are you up for learning something new? Just things like that before I go into the text itself. So that's just one of the things I do to keep it from doing that. And I cycle back and forth between TextNow and Google Voice. So like one day I might use Google Voice, the next day I might use TextNow.
Okay.
So I have both of them and I use them. I use Google Voice primarily when I'm referring back students that I've gotten that says, hey, yeah, can we set up a time? Once they get into PBS, I use the Google Voice to get them the setup with Skype and everything. And then we just use Skype.
Okay.
It really depends on your preference. Google Voice can be picky. They do kick people off. If you get kicked off more than twice, they more than likely won't reinstate you. But TextNow, I haven't had anything like that happen. But that's one of the things, you don't just want to go in and start bombarding text going out until you establish a rapport and you got people actually calling you. So I do call people on both my Google Voice and my TextNow. I do, send out messages and text messages so that they can see I got other things coming in besides just a bunch of text messages going out.
And once I get this number, I have to start the 10-day for 30 days.
Yes. If you don't use that number for a couple of weeks, they'll assume you're not using it no more and they'll discontinue the number. They'll basically shut it off.
Okay, so I need to learn a little
you need
more
to go
about
in there
it.
and do something every day in that for your V marketing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so that's our don'ts. So then I'm going to go over and show you about floating pages. So this is one of my floating pages that I have. I don't have it in a category. Remember last week we talked about you can only have 90 items in your category menu, okay? That does not mean you only have 90 items in your page, in your category itself, or in your PBS. All right, you want to make sure that you have, your 90. I have about 87, okay? I took a bunch of them out last week that were obsolete, that we weren't using anymore, that I really didn't have anything in there that was, helping me at all. I got some that I broke up, but I had enough space that I could go in and add some things. Like right here, my pet supplies, that's one I'm going to take it out. So I'm going to go to my menus here. And I'm just going to go to the pet supplies. and I'm just gonna click the down button, and I'm just gonna remove it from my menu. It does not take it out of my website. All of your category pages are still pages. All of your category menus are still pages. They're just different pages that you've set up to house all your different products. Okay, so they're the same. You want to make sure that you hit save menu. If you do not see this where it says your menu has been updated and you keep getting that wheel that's spinning and spinning and spinning, that means you have more than 90 items in your menu structure. It will not save it. So you cannot delete one at a time until it saves. You have to delete in multiple batches until it saves. So if you click on save menu and it doesn't give you this option right here, it comes up and says that your menu's been saved and you just keep getting the spinning wheel of death, then you're gonna have to come back in here and delete multiple pages out of your menu structure. They're still in your website to be searched. They don't go anywhere. You just are not featuring them in your menu. So Amelia, you ask me all the time, where do I need to put this on my menu? You don't. You don't, unless you have room to put it in here. I did create a menu or a category menu option for promotional and seasonal stuff. Okay. And I added it here, but it's still a page. So if you come here to my website and visit my site, you're going to go down here to promotional and seasonal stuff. And you're going to see it's still a page. Even though it's a category menu option, it's still a page in my system that I've highlighted that I'm going to add different stuff to it. So here's one I did about Halloween and costumes. Okay. This will be another one that says party favors. Then I got Christmas ideas. So you were asking, well, what do I do? Where do I put my information for my new pages? This is where you put it. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to come to my page. I'm going to type in right here. Here's my Halloween page. I got them. Hit search. I search my own pages. I'm not going to sit here and go through the menu options and all that to try to find it. I got to search. I'm going to search my own page. Then I'm going to click on the title of my page. So my link shows up right here. Then I'm going to come to my menu options or my promotional page. I'm going to go to edit page. And once I come to my edit page, and see, this is all in classic. I'm not going to mess with that right now because all of my pictures would go away or they would be trapped in between different things. I am going to take this out later. I'm going to take this one out. So let's remove this picture. And see, it's got the whole block. It wants me to change because this is a block. So I'm just going to take it out because I got some new ones in there. So I'm just going to remove that block. I'm just going to take all the pictures out because I want to take this whole page. And if you don't do this before you switch or convert to convert the whole page to block, your pictures are going to get stuck. They'll get stuck in between blocks.
So Sheila, you're saying that when you go to convert to block, you have to remove all your pictures?
Yep, because if you don't, what happens is the pictures get stuck in the block. So they might be stuck. You ever been to a page and it's like you keep removing the picture and it just moves up and up and up in the block?
Yes.
It's because it's stuck between codes. So if you do not remove any pictures prior to, just like this one right here is my widget for this one, I'm going to take it out too. Here's another.
So that's what
one.
I was doing wrong. I couldn't figure out why is this picture not staying in its place.
Yep, that's why.
So I finally just shut my stuff down and just forgot about it.
Yep, that's why, because when you convert, the pictures get stuck in between menus or in between coding. So you remove all your pictures and then you can come up here and then you can convert the whole thing to blocks. So now everything's converted. It should have converted everything, but we'll go and do the whole thing. It should convert the whole thing to block, but it didn't. So let's see, we'll do it old school.
And
And
so
it
what
could
I
be-
ended up doing was doing my classic, but then redoing my page and putting a block in that page.
Yep. So we're gonna just do convert to block. So now everything should be in block. So then all I have to do is I'm gonna hit my update. So now this whole page is in block. So I got the back to school stuff, Halloween parties and costumes, create your own costumes. So then I'm just gonna come right here, create a block. I am going to do a heading. I'm gonna do a heading 3, and I'm gonna talk about
Are you a good witch or a bad witch?
I ain't even gonna put that in there. That'll be you.
I love the Yellow Brick Road. Do you have to put in a lot of wording, or can it be just a
You
title?
got, I mean, Emilio,
Yes.
watch me, watch me, watch me,
Watch you or watch the screen?
watch the screen.
Oh,
Watch the screen, Emilio, watch the
Gotta watch what
screen.
you say. Okay. What are those two? Wow.
Emilio, hush.
I knew I spelled that wrong. My
Oh,
eyes
I
wrong.
can't spell that one.
Debonair. Debonair.
N-I-E-R.
Is it ER? There it is, debonair. Ah, wrong one.
E-I-R, yeah. In
Just like
French
it
words, they
sounds.
flip the vowels around.
Just like it sounds.
Oh, wait. Quit doing it.
Glamour for glamour, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just wondering.
Okay. So then I said, check it out. So here's my page. I'm going to grab this link, go back here, highlight this, put my link in. You can have it open up in a new page or not. I always do. And then I am going to change my color. Text color. I want it to be orange. I want it to be a good orange. I want it to be more of a burnt sienna. There we go. And it didn't do it. Come on.
Because it's a link.
You know what? My pen, my color. So let's go in.
Do you have to put it in
There you
bold?
go. And then I'm going to bold it.
You know,
So there we go. Then
Wow.
update. So now there's that. So create your own Halloween costume. I can actually put it here. If I want to do makeup and glam, Do the same thing. I can create a link for that one. Paste the link in there. Highlight it, do the same thing. And you have to, guys, you have to do your link first before you do your text color. If you do your text color first and then go back and link it, it's gonna revert back to blue.
Mhm.
So there's that. So now I got all my Halloween the same orange. So there you go. And then we're gonna update. So now you're saying, well, did they link it? So yeah, they can come here. We're gonna go to preview. We're going to preview in a new tab for desktop. And because I'm still in my site, it's going to give me all the information up at the top, my toolbar, because I'm still the administrator. But then I can come here and right under Halloween, there's my Halloween makeup. Click on it. It goes to my internal page. I put a spell on you. So that's how you get your links and your floating pages. You still have access to them by putting them in your category menu page. You don't have to come here and put this in there. So I can actually change these out. So let me go back to my menu structure. If I wanted to, since it's not Christmas or what is it, Easter?
Halloween.
So we're going to go
Halloween.
back down here. And I have Valentine's Day. I'm going to leave that because it's right around the corner. I am going to take this one out. We're going to remove that because Easter is not here. I'm going to leave my online shopping ideas, but I think I'm going to move it up above Christmas. All right, we have Valentine's Day. I think I'm going to take it out. I'll bring it back probably in February, in December. And then I'm going to come up here. I'm going to go to my most recents. And then I'm going to find that page I did. I've put a spell on you. Where are you at? I went too far. So I'm just going to scroll through.
Looks like the spell worked. Right?
I
Looks
know,
like the-
right?
Looks like the spell worked.
It did, didn't it? So let's go here. That's too far. And there, if you go to view all, it puts it in numerical order or not numerical,
Alphabetical order.
alphabetical order. Thank you.
You're welcome. So do you have to be advertising a product or can it be just a story like what I put out?
It can be just a story.
Okay.
So I checked that one and then I'm going to add it to menu. It dropped it down to the bottom.
Go from the bottom and bring it up where you want it.
And then I'm going to bring it up and I'm going to actually put it, oh, too far. I'm going to put it right here because Halloween's going to be before Christmas.
No.
Okay. And then I'm going to hit save menu. And this is how you can switch out your information without actually changing anything. So I got where it says my menu was updated. I'm going to go to my site. I am going to go back to that page, promotions. So now not only do I have my page here for when the holiday season's over, but in my drop down now they can see what's coming up. I'm featuring the next coming holiday. So I put a spell on you for Halloween and then my 2 Christmases. So about mid-December, I'm going to come in here and swap these out for Valentine's and Easter. And then they'll be able to come in here and see my pages for Valentine's and Easter. Okay, Papa. All right. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
You understand that now, Emilio? About anything?
Yeah.
It doesn't always have to be. And you don't have to create a menu option. Now, if you want to, when you have the space like I did, instead of just coming in, a lot of people put them on their home page and that's fine. That's what you want to do. You go ahead and do it. And just change your sticky note so that it shows up first instead of changing your date. Remember, never change your publish date after you initially change it. Google wants to see that longevity on your website. Okay. So don't change that publish date. If it's a home page and you want to move it from the bottom to the top, then make it a sticky. If you don't know how to do that, then all you're going to do is go to your dashboard. And this is only for your home page, which is your post. Go to all posts. And you need to be in quick edit. All right. So if I'm in quick edit, right over here on the other side of published, you have this little post right here that says make sticky. All right. And you want to put it, whichever one you want to do first is the one you want to click first. That's the one that shows up. So you can have up to 2 stickies, and whichever one you click first will be the first one. The second one will be the second one. And then anytime you create another post, they will fall up underneath those 2. Those will always be your 1 and 2 categories. So if you have a bunch of pages in here that you've created that are holiday pages, instead of coming in here and changing your date and making it look, you know, like you've created a new page to Google and you really haven't, then all you're going to do is do that quick edit and make it a sticky. It automatically puts it to the top. But every time you change this date, then Google, it changes your logarithms with Google, and they think you have a brand new page, and you end up losing that information that you've created. You lose that longevity for that page because you've changed your date now. And sometimes depending on when you do it, it looks like you have 2 different pages of the same thing out there. So when you do that plagiarism checker, you will get your page twice. And the reason being is because it's out there with 2 different dates on it. Even though it's the exact same page, all Google looks at is that coding. So they can go and pull code and they see one that was done in 2019. And then you got one all of a sudden that was done in 2021. There's 2 different codes out there. So when it does that check for plagiarism, it's pulling up 2 different coded pages, even though it's the exact same page because you changed the date. So it looks like you've got 2 pages out there of the exact same thing. So you're going to get a plagiarism checker that says, oh, there's 2 pages of this. And it's really not. You just changed the date. So you got 2 HTML codes out there of the exact same page, all because you changed the date. I know that goes a little bit above your head, some of you, but it's just don't change your date. Change it to a sticky. And then that way it moves it up in your selection.
But Sheila?
Yes.
Isn't there a time where we do want to take it back to the first revision though?
You can take it to the first revision without changing the date. So when you go to your edit page, I didn't mean to do that. So when you go to your edit page, over here, you have your revisions right here. So if you have a page that you want to revise to a previous one, you don't like something or you can't remember what you changed, all of these are the different revisions and the dates that you did, it. So you can come back here and say, okay, 2 years ago, I revised this page. I want to go back to that one or see it. Then you just click on it and it tells you to restore this revision. So it'll put this new stuff here or the stuff that was here before. It'll put it back in there exactly the way it was on this date, but you do not have to change your date to match it.
Oh, I think I know what I mean. Like when you have a student that's working on their PBS, but they don't change the date, that's when you want to make sure that they go back and use that first revision date.
The date, yep. The
Okay.
date, not, yeah, you perfectly right. So when they go in there and say you have a student that forgot to change their date when they originally got in. So you want to, number one, as their instructor, see when they got in. And then you want to look at these revisions and make sure it matches their date. So the first time they came in and wrote this, like mine is original. So this is when I originally wrote this page. It was August 24th, 2 years ago. So if they come in here and the first time this page was written was a year before they got in, You want to find the revision of when they got in and they actually went on there, and then get that date. And that's the date that you put in when you go back to your page and you update your page. You want to come here to the date, and that's the published date you want to put in if they've never changed it from the original time they got it.
Okay.
Yep. So that way it shows longevity. If they go through and change all of them to the day then, so if they find out today, oh, I didn't change my pages, and they go into all their pages and change it to the same date, I promise you, you will not get Google AdSense, because they're automatically going to raise a red flag. How can you write a whole website in one day? So,
Rory can.
so you do want to, that's one time when you want to use that revisions to go through and put your original date that you originally modified it. Then that way, when you do apply for Google AdSense, they can go through and see those bots and see, oh, she's been in 6 months. They've been in for a year. This site's been active for a year and a half. Because then your pages and the dates on them match when your site became active on Google search. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you have too many under the certain topic, you want to keep it to 2 or 3? Like if you
On
have
your
4 or 5?
homepage, yeah, on your homepage,
Yeah.
you can have as many as you want, but when you go for Google, Google has a minimum of 2. You have to have at least
Right.
2 on your on to get Google approval.
Okay.
Some
So if
people
I have,
only have 1. You need
if
at
I
least 2.
if I have more, I should float the others.
Yep, if you only have 1, you need to put another one on your homepage.
Right.
And you don't want anything specific. Those are the places where you want to put, you know, like just general mom and pop stuff. Hold on a minute. I got to answer this phone. Okay, I'm back. All right, so yeah, when you go to your homepage, right here, you want at least 2. And like I said, this one is not this one. Here it goes. You want it to be something very generic. You don't want wine on your homepage as an offer. That's a big no-no. You don't want anything that potentially could be distracting to anybody under the age of 21.
Right.
Okay. So that's why I have a lot of people put their thank you page there, their welcome page. So I have my pin. Y'all know this is my new thing that I do. Everywhere I go, I have a pin. And I give it out and I tell them, okay, you found my pin. And that's why I have my 5e95.com. It comes to my homepage. I don't have it going to a specific website or specific site or page in my website. I want them to come here, because then once they come here, they see my category menu, but they also have options in here. I tell them who I am. I tell them to join my email list, leave their number, tell them, hey, you want your customized pen? I got my Amazon link here, and please tell me, people's been buying these pens, people. Then I got a little bit about me. I introduced myself, told me who I was, opportunity, blogging opportunity. I sent them straight to the Keystone video. I got them to the Go link, all kind of stuff right here. There's a link for that. What is blogging? And you made it is my key phrase. So there's that. Here's Keystone video, different things about myself, you know, wine versus cheap. I got my ambassador, very subtle. It's a video. There's not big picture of wine. Hey, join my wine club, you know, anything like that. Got any plans, you know, talking about things, go on a trip, make money, a list of my favorites. Here it's down at the bottom, improve your focus. So this is where they can come in and basically go to any page, and these go directly to my pages. You know, here, and this is a Google ad, get paid to write. So it's based on, your Google ads can be based on your actual information. Once you get Google, there's all kind of different things you can do, and how to set up these ads. So, and they've put the Google ad is actually inside my response magic code. So they stick them everywhere. And then my second one is my thank you page. So if they don't see anything there, they can just keep scrolling. So that's the difference between your home page, is they are in consecutive order. So they just keep going and going and going. You know, they don't see anything there they like, they can keep going. So if you have more than one, then next thing you know, here's the next one, general healthcare concerns and issues. So again, this talks about your health, and it's, you know, I take them to my coffee page, I take them to my Bella Vita page, I take them to the men's health for the PE, just different things. So, you know, my lender and credit places I have, got that right here. So again, just whatever you have that is not in your face. So you can mention wine, but mention it. Don't have a big blow up. Hey, I got this great wine club, you know, you need to see it. And you got gobs and gobs of pictures of wine. They don't like that. So again, you want to have a minimum of 2, but there's no max. Just remember that once they get here to your home page, there's no break in the page until they get to the bottom. So that's why I say you don't want to have 20, 30, 15, you know, different ones, because they can keep scrolling for days. You know, you want them to be able to come and search your categories too. All right.
So Sheila, how many posts do you have on your homepage?
I think I have active. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can have as many as you want, or?
Yeah, you can have as many as you want. Like I said, though, you just want to make sure that they're all different, but you don't want to have a lot to where they just continue to keep scrolling and never actually visit your category list.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
that's why my max is 5. I wouldn't say any more than that, but again, it's your preference how you want it. You really want to have more in your pages than you have in your post. Your pages is where you're going to have people search.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay. So that takes care of our category menu and our floating pages. So the next thing we're going to talk about is our GMass. All right.
Or what?
Our GMass, which is our mass emailing system.
Oh,
All right. So give me a minute. And like I said, there's 2 different options. You have the paid option, and then you have the, okay. So you have the paid option, and then you have the free option. So we are going to look at this one. So when you get the GMass, you are going to, as soon as it finishes loading, you're going to see some icons that pop up, and you have to go to your Google search and type in GMass. So you're just going to go to Google search and type in GMass, and it's an extension that you put in. It's GMass extension, and you want to do one for Chrome for those that are using Chrome, or you can just do GMass extension, but you want to do the one for Chrome. Okay. And once it pulls up, you're going to see, you want to make sure you get the one that says GMass, Chrome, Google, GMass, powerful merge tool. Okay. Don't do any of these. Okay. Because these are paid ads. You just want to come down here to the GMass and download it. Okay. Okay, Papa. You'll talk about multitasking. All right, so when you do that and you download the extension, then you're going to get these little icons that pop up. Okay, and this is where your Google Docs come in really, really handy. Okay, so then you're just going to click on this and it's going to pull up your Google Docs. Okay, and you can do spreadsheets, and then you can come here and pull up your Google Docs that you want to use. And I want to do mine. Click here, and then anything that I have in that folder, I can pull them up. So I already did these. So let's go to one I haven't done in a while. So let's do this one. And it's going to connect my spreadsheet. And then I'm just going to click that. And it's going to load up all those. And it's telling me I got 24 people in there. Okay, that I'm going to send an email to. So then you see this little GMass button down here?
Mhm.
I'm going to click on this, and this is where I have stored emails. So past emails, what do I want to send them? I want to send them this one, work from home business. Okay. And then I want to personalize it. So what do I want to put there? I want to put their first name. And then it's going to tell me I have copied. So I'm going to go to my email and I'm going to paste what they said to put in there. So now when I go to send it out, instead of it saying, hello, Ella, Ella will get hers that says, hello, Ella, but then everybody else will have their own name in there. And it's going to have this in there. It's going to have Roy's YouTube. It's going to have my information, my phone number in there, and then Roy's link for his new book. And then I have to do is come here to GMass and hit send. All I have to do is going to come back here in a second, and it's going to tell me they all got sent out. Now, if I want to put a date and a time on them, I can do that too. So if you want to sit here and say, okay, I got 10 Google Docs with 10 different email lists on there, and I'm going to do them all day, which I'll probably do Monday or Tuesday because I'm going to be gone next week in Florida. And I'm not going to have time to sit down and do mass emails. So I will go ahead and schedule my emails to go out while I'm gone. So it will still get there. So it said I sent out 24. So then if I want to see what was sent, I just hit sent. And then you can see right there, it put all their personal names in there. So only Emani, or however he says his name, he will get one email. He won't get a list of emails with everybody's name.
Right.
He will get an email
Mhm.
just for him. Justin will get an email just for him. He's not going to get everybody's name in an
Right.
email bulk. Like if you did a bulk email, it will be individualized to go to just that one person. So if you had the free one, then you would be able to do 25 a day. So what you would have to do if you're in V marketing, you would have to split your list up into 25 individual sheets. And then you would do a sheet a day, and you can break it up that way so that you don't have to pay for it, but you can do 25 a day for free and just do the free one. I paid $25 a month, and I have the paid version. I can do up to 500 a day.
Oh, I-
So, I mean, some days I do 500 a day. It just depends on how busy I get and how much work I can get done. But GMass is a really great tool saver. And like I said, you can set it up to where you can schedule them out so that you can stay on top of your V marketing. Just remember, if you're doing your emails, you still got to come back and do your text messages because you want to do both. You want to do your text messages and your emails. There's some days I get more response on emails than I do text messages. There's some days I get more text messages than emails. So it just depends. But if you're doing both, then you have access to do both. So that's just a great tool to have in your repertoire of working your business is a GMass because people still check their emails. I know I do. I check them every night. I check them first thing in the morning when I get up. and I check them before I go to bed. And then sometimes in between, I will have a look at them. So that's how you do the GMAS part of it.
Sheila,
Uh-huh.
on your emails, do you have to create the list of emails or do you have to?
Yes, you create the list of emails and you can save them in there. And then all you do is when you send them out, you just choose which email you want to send.
Okay.
So you can create your own email and paste it in there, and then it will save it every time you send it. Then all you're going to do, make sure it has a title. And then all you're going to do is when you upload your list, just go to select the template and pull up the template, and it will post it in there.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Any more questions on that, on your GMAS? Okay. All right.
We'll
our
have a
next-
ton of them, but I just don't know right now.
It'll come to you.
Yep.
All right. So I'm gonna get rid of this one. We'll leave that up. So then we're gonna go to Canva, which is under my web enhancements. And this is a program. It also has a free program for Canva where you can come in and create all these different things that you want to create. You can create your presentations. You can create Instagram posts. You can create desktop previews. You can create videos. I do those for TikTok a lot. You can create your own logo. You can create banners. You can create your Zoom backgrounds. You can create cards. Those of you that like to do personalized birthday cards and things like that, you can create your cards. You can create YouTube channel logos, posters. You can create your story for YouTube, Instagram. Here's one for Instagram. You can create your own business cards. This is where I create my business cards. I create it here, upload it to Avery, and print it off. You can do resumes, wallpaper, anything, invitations. Everything here. You can do animated social media. All of them, you can even create, if you're like my family, we have big reunions every year, we get t-shirts made. So you can come in here and create your design and have them printed on t-shirts. They even do the t-shirt for you. You can create postcards, just all kind of different templates that you have. Certificates, if you have, like, I do these for my grandson, when he does good in school, I'll come and create a certificate for him and give to him.
Mhm.
Say, way to go, good job. Now I got to do one for my granddaughter because she's in kindergarten. So when she comes at the end of the week and she's had a good report, I'll come in here and make her certificate for her. So just different things like that. You can create brochures. I've created brochures for wine ambassador stuff that put in when I give my bottles of wine as a gift. It usually has a brochure in there. I'm getting ready to create one for Bella Vita. And then I'm thinking about creating one that's going to have one for all three anchor offers. So they can read about Bella Vita on one side, Wine Ambassador, and Valentis. So it'll, cover everything. So there's all kind of things that you can do. And then it stores all your designs. So if you wanted to ever come back and pick one out that you need to use for later, or you want to change it, it has them all here. Y'all can see I've done videos. I've done QR codes. I've done stuff for, this is one I use. I actually printed on tag paper that you can peel and stick paper. I put these everywhere. I keep them in my purse. If I'm at the bathroom somewhere, if I'm at the pump at the gas station, I peel one off and stick it on the gas pump. I leave it on the mirror in the bathroom. I put it on the door in the bathroom. I put it, anywhere that I think, oh, this would be a great place to put one. In a restaurant, I've actually left them on the table, on the, on the salt shaker, on the napkin dispenser, just anywhere. Because if there's already a scan code there for the restaurant, I put mine right beside it. They think it's for the restaurant, So there's all kind of things you can do. This is the one I created for the cosmetics. It says, positive about being, can't read it now. It's got that thing up there. Positive about being undead. Curse looks supernatural on me. My lips never stain the glass. So, and it's because their lipstick is supposed to be smudge proof and it doesn't come off. It's 24-hour lasting. So, you know, I just did that. Same thing with here. So you can create all kind of stuff. So all you have to do is just go up here and create a design. Once you log in, create your design, and it asks you what you want to do. And I think I want to do an Instagram post. And what do I want to do? Okay, so this is where you have templates of what I've already used. You can actually come in here and say you want to do an Instagram. So it pulls up stuff that you want to do for Instagram. So you have, if you see the ones that say free, those are what you can use. So you can see all the ones that says for you. So here's all the ones you can use that you want. Wishing you a happy fall. Up to 70% store wide. So new fall flavors. That might be good for wine. And you know, just find one that suits you. So I don't want to use that one. So let's see what else they have. You can use a template or pull your own one. So here's the one for sports. You got one coronavirus, newsroom, animated Instagram post. So here's that. You see it moves. It's free. As long as it says free, you got it. Like this one doesn't say free, so you'd have to pay for this one. So if you're not part of the paid program, then you can't, you'd have to pay for this one. Okay, like see this one says pro. So I'm part of the pro. I pay for it. It's $12.95 a month, and you get anything that's in here basically. So then you got the Black Lives Matters. You got food Instagram posts. So there's some things you can use in here. Sales, 25% off. You got birthday. You got summer, where summer's over. Weddings, if you have stuff. Here's autumn. Perfect. September. Winter Wonderland sale. Look, get your coffee fix. All right, so right here, you see it's got this name in here. So you can change that and put something else in there if you want to. You can make this bigger and center it. Okay. And then you're going to come over here and you are going to do a text. And you can even come down here and choose your text. So come down here and see which one we want to look for. Brunch, wow. Opens, let's see. And what this is shows you what it'll look like. You can actually come in and change what it, so let's put good vibes in there. So if you wanted to do it like that, let's remove that header. All right, so we got that in there. We can move this up a bit. We can even make it smaller if you want to. Really up to you, however you want to do it. So there's that. If you wanted to make this whole thing smaller, move this over here like this to put in. So you can play with it. That's why I said sometimes when I get in here, this is my kryptonite. I just play. If you don't want it there, you can put it somewhere else. So this is good vibes. I'm gonna make it bigger. Move it to the side. And you see the coffee's moving. Y'all notice that? The coffee steam's moving. Or was it just me moving it? I could have swore, oh, it was me moving it. It's not an animated one. I thought it was animated. All right, so there's that. And then what I can do is here, I'm going to scroll back up. This is where I'm going to get a heading. And I can put my all right. So, and then I want to move this down here, and you see it's black, so it doesn't stand out. So I want to change that color. I'm going to come up here and I want to put it in white or gray color. So let's see what the gray looks like. So there's that. And that's all I need. So now I have a meme, and I'm going to give it a subheading, fall coffee. And that's why I said, see how these one-word memes come in really handy? If you had a long title, imagine what that would look like. They would spend so much time looking at this, they wouldn't really read your information. And I can actually come in, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come in here and put tastes great. With weight loss effects. So look at that.
Mhm.
I think that's okay. We can actually move this up a little bit. Move this up a little bit. Put it centered. All right. Let's see. Put taste great and lose weight. There you go. That's better. So now fall coffee. It's fixed where I want it. They can read information. This is still not centered. There you go. Still not centered. Okay. And then I'm going to download it. I always do it in a PNG. Okay. And I'm going to hit download. That's some of the stuff you can do. And I'm going to, so it's asking me to save it there. I don't want to save it there. So I'm going to go to my Dropbox. I'm going to go to logos because I've created a folder for logos. And I'm going to look for the one that says coffee. And it changed it. I don't want to, it was fall coffee and save.
What was
All
that?
right. So there's that one. So now if I want to see what it looks like, I can pull it up. There's my logo. Okay. So then it has these three little dots right here. So now I can send it to, if I wanted to send it to Instagram, I could, but Instagram's not set up for computer anymore. But I can send it to Facebook. I can tweet it out. I can send it to a Facebook group just from here, this image. So let's send it to a Facebook group. Oh, I ain't got my Facebook group set up. That's right. I just got my Facebook page. Yep. So I'm going to send it to this one. And then I'm going to write something. All right, perfect. That's all I'm going to do. And then I'm going to hit publish. And this is another way to advertise, guys. And then it's asking me to check out my post. So it's going to pull up my Facebook page of where I posted this. And there's my post. Not too bad, right?
What did you click? I'm sorry. I missed something.
All
After you
right,
said-
so
after
when
you
I do,
publish.
yeah, so after I publish it, it says, do I want to check out my post?
Okay,
So I said, yeah, check out my post, and it opened up my Facebook page and let me see what it looks like. So that's my post. That's my picture
okay,
that I just made. So now it's on my Facebook page. So once it's on my Facebook page, I can hit share,
okay.
share to a group. I don't link to a group. So what groups do I want to link to? Oh, this is my business page. Okay, it won't let me link to a group here. So I have to go somewhere else. So I'm going to do this differently. I'll do that later. But I can actually go back to Twitter. So I can come to Twitter and do the same thing and just tweet coffee and weight loss. Because Twitter has a very limited, see, you can only do 280 characters. Coffee and weight loss here and now. And then just publish it. Check out my post. Sure, let's see what it looks like. So this is what I just tweeted out. Again, coffee and weight loss here and now. And that's all you do. You got your logo right, your meme right there, your meme, then you have your link. So all they have to do is copy this link from here, put it in a new tab, and your page will come up for them to shop. So that's why I say you don't have to necessarily put a link in. Facebook doesn't like you to put a link in your comment, in your post. You can put them in your comments all day long, but in your post, they don't want one. So this is a way to get around that. So again, I just did 2 ads from creating this. Plus it's already saved in my Dropbox. So then when I go to other ad sites, I can use it. So then I want to create another one. So do the same thing. I can do an Instagram post, or if I want to do a video, a logo, different things, I can, just come out of here and say, I want to come up here and go to recommended. I can do social media. So pull up social media. So then here's all my different social media. You got WhatsApp, you got TikTok videos. You can do a TikTok video and upload it to TikTok. You got YouTube thumbnails, a lot of YouTube, Facebook covers, Twitter posts. So you can actually come in here and do, here's one for Pinterest. You got one for LinkedIn that you can create for a banner for your LinkedIn stuff. If you wanted to do marketing, here's things for marketing. You can create a poster. You can do logos, flyers. Say you're in a new neighborhood or you see a new neighborhood going up. This is be a great thing to create a flyer and drop it in on a mailbox, a doorstep, put it on a door. If you're in the parking lot, put it under a windshield. I know that's a lot of people's going, God, I hate getting those. But how many times have you picked up one of those things sticking on your windshield and read it? You can do a business card. You can do a blog banner, create a label, do a gift certificate, your email. You can do a header for your email. So there's all kinds of things that you can do here. Like I said, you just have to see what you have access to, depending on which one you get. If you have the paid for it, then you're going to have access to everything. If you just have the free version, then some of it's going to, you won't have access to everything. So that's how I use Canva. I will come in here and create stuff. I got a bunch of stuff on my list that I need to create for like the QB54, the Curse Cosmetics, I already have that one. The Klitsch for the shoe thing. I don't have one yet for the Joyful Bee, the hair care. I don't have a logo for that one. I don't have one for most of the scarves. I can't wrap my head around how to do one for the scarf, but the lipstick, redneck lipstick. I got so many for those, but some of them is a little risque. So I'm trying to figure out how to fix it to where it doesn't have an innuendo behind it. Because that's just one of those things that I don't care how you word it, it still sounds like, you saying something you're not really saying.
Well, starting out with redneck lipstick, it just opens the door for a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's just, the minute you put redneck in there, everybody goes to a different world.
That's right.
Yep.
So can we change it?
I mean, yeah,
title?
you don't have to use redneck lipstick, but I mean, it's a great catchphrase.
Yes, it is.
So even though that's the name of the product,
Yeah,
you have to be careful because it is their logo, it is their trademark name.
right.
So it's
But it can
just,
turn off a lot of people.
it can. So again, that's where you have carte blanche to do whatever you need to, and use your creative guides to figure out how you want to market it. And Canva is a great place to do it. You can have a blank screen and just create what you want. You can even upload. So say you have images, you can go to Google and do, something we do, scarves.
So in the event I get stuck, I can always go to Canva help.
No, they're not really, they just have a video for everything.
Oh, but they really don't help.
Yeah, ask
Okay.
me.
Then I'll dial Mama Chief.
Yeah, ask me. So, I mean, you have pictures of scarves everywhere.
Wow.
You can just download one. You can, things like the ones that we have are similar to this one. It's an infinity scarf. It doesn't have this one right here. They're really soft. It doesn't have the phrase
really
on it.
soft.
But it's more like this infinity scarf right here. So if I did one, that would be what I would have is the infinity scarf. I wouldn't have the fringes on it because it doesn't have fringes. So I would do one like similar
Infinity.
to that.
Which one's the infinity, Sheila?
This one right here is an infinity scarf. It doesn't have
Oh,
a beginning or
doesn't have an
it's
end
a
to it.
circle.
Okay.
Infinity
Yeah.
scarf means it's just a circle, a really long circle.
Yeah.
And you can actually type that in. You can do infinity scarves.
Mhm.
And so then it will pull up, look at the little baby. So now it pulls up infinity scarves. So you can see how they look. And this is the way ours look right here, exactly like that. Except it has a pocket in it. And that's one thing I don't have enough of images of. So
Ours is
I
the only
can,
one. Ours is
Huh?
the only one with a pocket, right?
excuse me? Yes,
Ours
ours
is-
is the only one with the pocket.
Yeah. We're state of the art.
And they're not knitted. So that's the other thing. A lot of people's like, well, what about, see this right here? You can barely see it, but you see where it says stock right there? If you blew up this image, you see where it says stock, iStock?
Oh, yeah.
That's a watermark,
Oh, wow.
okay? And it's very light, but if you copied this picture and put it on your website and they caught you, they could do two things. They can find you or have Google shut down your website or both, because you have to pay
Right.
for this to get a clean image.
Yep.
So that's why I always say, be very careful when you get images, blow them up and make sure there's nothing in there to distort the image. So yeah, they get very picky. I know she's got one coming out similar to this in the fall. So this will be a good picture to use. And all I would do is just say copy image or save image as. And then it's going to ask me where do I want to save it. And then I am just going to go to my Dropbox go to my blogging pictures, and I'm going to create a new folder and just put scarves. And it's got a name already, so I'm going to leave that name. And hit open that and hit save. So now that's in there. And then I can do another one. I know she's got one similar to this that's coming out. She has this here too, where a scarf can actually be transferred into a hat. She doesn't have anything knit. I don't want to use that because it's got somebody's picture on it. That would be a nice one to use. So I can use that one. So blow that picture up. I'm going to do the same thing, save image, and let's see if it has a name. So I'm just going to take this part out and put rust scarf and hit save. And it pulls up the same folder I was in, so I don't have to worry about changing folders or where I'm going to save it. Here's another one. I always got the, but see, this has a little logo on there. I don't want to have anything with the logo. I want a clean picture. Here's another one, black scarf. Always save image as. And this one just says image. Always name it.
Black.
Hit save.
Right.
Okay. And that's all I'm doing. I was just going through finding scarves I like. Here's one for men. Always want to do both genders. Don't leave the men out.
Right.
No watermarks?
Don't look like it. So if you want to see, there's not one there. I don't see one.
No. Okay.
So I'm going to hit save image as. All right. And this says Infinity Urban. And I'm just going to put Infinity Scarf
Oh,
men.
man.
And then I need to find one more with men. And if I want to, Infinity Scarves, I can just type in men, change my search. See here, right here, we actually have the scarf turns into a helmet. Not a helmet.
Hat.
A hat. A helmet. The reason I said helmet, my husband was calling me to tell me my grandson left his helmet in my truck. Sorry, you're an hour away. You're gonna have to borrow somebody's. See, here's a scarf that they're saying with a cell phone holder. And that's similar to ours, but it's a different name. But I still want to see, he looks like he's half asleep. I don't want him. He looks kind of yummy. He might be okay. Just saying, you know,
Yeah, I
you
heard
gotta
it.
have that eye candy, guys. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
You gotta have eye candy. And I don't want to use this one because it's crochet or knit. Hers is more silk and wool. So he looks very professional. So let's see. But again, it's knit. So let's see if we can find another one. There we go. Oh, he looks kind of yummy too.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use that one.
I gotta give me a haircut.
No.
Leave him alone.
So this one has a long
Look at
one. I'm just going to
serious
take.
eyes he's got.
Yeah, look at those eyes. So,
It does nothing for me.
you know.
I hope not,
Sorry.
Emilio.
I think your wife might.
No, that was Mr. Gary.
We know,
My
Gary.
bad. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm
Emilio.
sorry, Mr. Gary. Yeah, he doesn't do much for you gentlemen.
No.
I really wanted to find one that showed the scarf as a and matching headset, but I don't see one. So there we can use that. You can actually go to her website. So if you go to your dashboard and you're going to go to your tracking offers. And this is how you go and buy from your own link. You do the same thing I just did. So then you can come here and look at your her different accessories. The videos you can't download, but I mean, you know, see how it changed real quick. So you can actually copy these if you want to. You can copy the whole thing. Here's her sarong. It also has a pocket and converts to a purse. The same
I tried
thing,
that, but
goes
what
from a
was it?
purse to a pocket. Plaid collection. So if I wanted to use my snipping tool, I just click new, and then I can do the whole thing if I want. I don't want that message part there. So I'll make sure I do just enough to not put that in there. There. And then from here, I'm going to do file, save as. And again, it's pulling up body scrubber. So I'm just going to go to body blogging pictures, go to scarves, open that up. You see it says capture, and I'm going to put new fall scarves and save. Okay, real simple. Do the same thing. So let's see if we can find one for men. Shop all. Here's the face mask, gator neck. That's what it's called, neck gator. So see, it's right here. They got the pocket on the side. They got it for men, women. That's what it looks like. Not a whole lot of pictures there, but you do have that right there. So we can do that one. So again, we just do a new snipping tool, and you can do individual. And do file, save as. And again, we're going to do neck gator. And then I'm going to put uni, so I know it's universal. Okay, and then I can do another one, another new, and let's do this one. I can't do that. I hate that message pops up. So let's do new. Let's do this. Show it as a pouch because it does convert into a pouch. All right. And I don't want to message you, but it won't go away. I can't. Oh, there we go. Perfect. So now just move it up. Now get new. Now I can get you in there.
Mm.
And then do neck pouch. And then you're like, well, what are you going to do with all that? Then I'm going to go back to Canva. And I am going to do me. Let's do social media again. We can do a Facebook post. And now I want to upload images. Upload media. I want to do it from my device. I'm going to go to my Dropbox, blogging pictures. I'm going to go to scarves. And I'm going to select all these scarves. All right, now I'm going to create a collage with my men first. So I'm going to do this, this, Let's do it like that. And where's the other yummy man? Oh, it didn't get all my men's. All right, so let's go back to upload media. All right, said custom files. I want all files because it missed. Ah, see, it didn't print him out. See, it wouldn't let me do it. So one of them didn't come over, which is fine. So I got my 2 men. I am going to get this one. And I actually pay for this, so I'm going to remove that white background out of there.
Yeah.
So there's that. And I'm going to move him down just a little bit. And so then I'm going to put me some messages in there from Nick. From neck warmer. All right, and then if we wanted to, I could actually, let's move him up here. I don't care if I mess up his hand. I want to get that other picture of the mom and dad, the dad and daughter.
Oh,
All right, so there's that. And I'm going to do that. Really didn't want to cover up his face, but I'm going to have to. I can see through it. And there's that. And then, so I have my pictures in there. So you're like, well, where are you going to put your logo? So now I'm going to go back here and type in scarf. Search my site. So I actually didn't create, let's see if I did. I think I just put it in a page. I don't think I created a whole page for it yet. Nope, I didn't. I just put it in with other things. Okay. So we are going, which is fine. I am going to come here, which is perfect because you see my, I'm going to go back to here. I'm going to do a text. I'm going to paste that in there. I'm going to take this out. I never put my HTTP in there because it just looks too businessy.
all right.
So I'm going to do this. I'm going to turn it sideways. Put it right there. Right there. And I want to change the color. Something's going to stand out. Can y'all see that? Or does it need to be a different color? See, that don't show up. It needs to be orange. Ooh, no. No. Yeah, I like that. Offset. All right. There we go. To be. There's that. So again, I can make this bigger. Something simple. And then see from next scarf to pouch. Then I'm going to take this out. And then I'm just going to download it. PNG, download. Okay, where do I want to put it? Since I created a new logo, I'm going to go to logos. I'm going to go to clothes and fashion. And I'm actually going to create a new folder and name it scarves. Open it up and save. Okay, so now if I want to see what it's going to look like, I open it up. There's my logo.
Looks good.
Okay, and then we can do the same thing. We can go here and publish. It's asking me, do I want to publish it to Facebook? I'm going to put Facebook. Scarves are the rage. All right, and guess what else this is, guys? I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to publish it. But then I'm going to go to my Google Docs. Once that finishes publishing,
And add to your description.
I'm going to go to my Google Docs, my add templates, and I'm going to create a new folder. And I'm going to name it scarves. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to create a Google Doc. And I'm going to name it scarves and clothes. And I'm going to put description. Paste. So there's a description for a new ad. So when I get ready to go advertise, I'm going to do my links. So what links do I want to use? So I've got links right here. Going to copy this. There's my first link. Go back here, hit my back button. Where else have I got another one? Right here. So I'm going to click on that one, copy this link, put this here. And then I'm going to do my headlines. Sorry, guys, I'm one-handed to this.
Yep.
All right, so there's a headline. So then I have my image done. I have at the beginning of a advertising. So let's just go ahead and go advertise this. We're going to go to ad sites, one that's fairly easy to do, classified ad. Where do I want to post this? Item for sale, subcategory. We're going to do it in clothing and apparel. Where do I want to post it to? Who gets cold really fast? Let's do Canada. Canada. There we go. What's my title? All right, we just created one. Asking price, I think they're, is it $24.99? Let's see. $29.99. So it starts at $29. I think the scarves are $49. But we got the, so I'm going to put $49.95. I think that's what it is.
Looks like they got different prices for them.
They do, because one of, like, this is the actual scarf, and then they have a nursing blanket.
Yeah.
And I think that one's the 49. Okay, so
This
this
looks
one,
like the highest is $44.99.
yeah. So these are the wool, I think. Yeah, wide cut. So they have the skinny and wide. So they didn't have these the other day when I ordered, or last week. These are her new ones that's come out. So here's the wool ones. So these will be great pictures you can come take snippets of. So we're going to do 40, just say $45. No, they like to see that. $45.95. And then I'm going to copy my description. And then paste it. See, that's really small, right? Not a whole lot. So this is where you're going to come in. Oh, I was going to lay him down, but he woke up when I moved. This is where you're going to come in. Hold up. I need both hands to write this. And add to it. All right, so look, just took that couple of things, made that. I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna come back to my document here. And I'm gonna put this other description down I just made. Paste. So now we went from this to this, but I have two different ads right there. So then I'm just gonna change it up a little bit. And so let's go, and I want to center this one. And let's see, this needs to actually move up, but I can't move it up without moving that down. That's okay. All right, there we go. That looks a little bit better. So I'm going to do that. My size, I want it to be bigger. I want it to be colorized. And I want it bolded. Okay, same thing with here. I want my font to be different. I want it to be bigger. I don't like that now. There we go. Okay, same thing with here. I'm going to keep the font all the same. So now I have all that, and I want to make that bigger. Is it 22? Make it 26. I want it to stand out bigger. And since I'm telling them now, I want it to be an exclamation point. So there's that. Then my name, I'm going to put Mama Chief. And this one, you want to not populate it. And then again, you can do your TextNow number if you want to. You can do your Google Voice number. We want it to go to Canada. So that's why I didn't do your auto populate, because it will change this and you don't want to. It expires in 6 months. Don't change this. This is your freebie. If you change it, then you have to pay. So then I'm going to do the code so they know I'm not a robot. CZY. And this one you can do up to 5 images. So I'm going to choose an image. Remember, we just created that logo. So I'm going to go to my logos. I only have one for scarves. I put it under clothing. So I'm going to make sure I have that one as my lead off. But then I'm going to also put some stuff in there for Christmas. So I'm going to go back to logos and I'm going to go to promotions. So I have one. I'm going to do QR code, and then I can do, you need this. Just a QR code goes to my page. I'm going to go also to QR codes. I'm going to do wine. Do that one. I'm going to go back to QR codes and let's do football. And then one more QR code. Let's go back to logos. I want to go to. I have one for holiday. I have one for Halloween. Let's see on files. Anything in there? Something delicious. I don't know where my other guy is. Forgot where I put him. Okay, so there's my 5. And then you're just going to go through and make sure everything looks the way you want it to look. And then you're going to post the ad. Oh, wow. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't realize what time it was.
Good.
So then there's your ad. Doesn't look too bad. But from here, guys, you can go, you see all these little icons? Click on this little button right here. And it tells you all the different places you can post. You can send out a mass email with this. You can send out Facebook. This will be a great place to where you can go in and send an email out to your V leads. If you have it in there, you know, upload it. Send it to Twitter. You can send it to LinkedIn. So we can do a LinkedIn post. Short and simple. Great Christmas ideas, share a post. Great Christmas gift idea. And by it looking like it's an ad that you've sent to them, they're not going to think it's, you know, actually you buying something. You're just giving them a great idea and then hit post. So that's all you have to do. And then it says share again. Where do you want to go? You can go to Twitter, Pinterest, all these different places. If you are not familiar with them, some of them you can sign up for them. Just be careful and read some of them. Some of them are out of country. Some of them you have to pay for. Some of them don't allow you to, you know, advertise on them. So just be very cautious when you go in there and see what they are. Read them a little bit. But they're all different places that you can advertise. Like MySpace, I didn't even know MySpace was still around. So I don't know how old this is. Yeah. Some of like Yammer, I've heard of Yammer. I haven't looked into it real deep yet. Like this ones are out of the country. So you have to be careful that you're not sending advertisements for stuff that we can't ship to them. So that's why I said just be very cautious of the different things that we have. But this is all the categories. You know, you could spend all day in just this one place resending this ad, and then, you know, just go out of it and you've done that ad. Then you can come back here and look, see if there's anything in here that you need to do. So it's going to Canada. Look at this one. You know, I already got 71 views on that one. Got 55 on this one. I posted it the other day, actually in July. So I've got 55 views in there. So this is one of the places where you can see how many times people actually see your ad. So I have some in here that's been for a while, and there's not been many people look at it. So this is one when I go into edit, I can change where I send it to. So maybe not just go to the United Kingdom, maybe send it to Wales or Great Britain or someplace like that, or be more specific and send it to a city. So, you know, there's different things you can do with this one site, but there's several sites that you can use. I have a list of all the different sites that I log into. And you can just, you know, go in and look at free posting sites and just, you know, go to Google and type in free posting sites, and you'll see all different places where you can post to, sign into, and different things like that. Just, you know, have fun with it, guys. It's your site. Do what you want. Advertise business site. There's one. This one is actually a paid program. You got business premium submission. So this is one where you pay for it, but then you can go in here. It sends it to 140 search engines. I think it was like $9 a month or something like that. I forgot how much it was. But you know, once you pay for it, then you can come in here and post as many times as you want, and it goes to all these different search engines. And just have to do it every couple of weeks to get it out there. And you know, it's just different things to do that you can go and use to get your site out there in front of masses and converts. So that one's got a, see, I had some typos in there. So it went out with some typos, which is fine. You know, they don't want to see perfection. They like to see that you're normal. But that's how you go from creating a template, posting an ad, and how it all relates. So I hope this class helped you with anything. Does anybody have any questions? I think we covered everything everybody asked today.
I have one more question, and it doesn't really, it's not in regards to that, but you know, like when we're advertising for someone else to become a PBS member, what site do we send them to?
You don't. You want them to contact you, because Roy's site is, it has a link to it, but it doesn't always work. So you want to make sure that you tell them to contact you and give them your Google TextNow. Say, text me if you want more information. And then you're going to send them straight to the Go video, the Keystone, because the Roy's PBS, where we sent them to before, you can still send them to that link, but you may or may not get credit for it.
Okay, because
he's still working on setting up a dashboard for that. It does have a tracking link on it, but like he said, it doesn't always work, and credit doesn't always go where it's supposed to.
okay, so when I have a link and a page that I want to advertise my PBS, then where do they go? What link do I put there?
I would put your response magic and say, sign up with me, and I will, and so I can reach out to you and give you more information.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, that's all I got.
Yep. Yes, Pat.
Yeah, I just have a quick one. I got a little lost or confused there when you're saying, you know, when you want to buy something off your site. So if I just copy my link and go to a new tab and put it in there, was that still okay for Google?
Yeah,
not?
as long as you copy the link and put it in a new tab and open the link, yeah, that's fine. You just
Okay,
can't open it
okay.
in your page.
Okay, all right. I need to buy some stuff for my big dog here.
Yep.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. All right, somebody else had their hand up. Gary.
Yeah, just a quick question. I seen you marketing this to Canada. Where can we go with this? Anywhere?
Anywhere that the products they ship to.
How do
How
we
do you
find that
know?
out with all this new stuff? I mean,
It will have it in their back office. You can actually ask them in their chat, because a lot of them have open chats that you can ask them questions on. A lot of them have them in their F&A, Q&A back office, where you can ask them where they ship to.
yeah, I was wondering where we can go
yeah,
with these. I
most
know
of them
Kirst
that
is,
we have
Kirst is
right now-
worldwide, but the other ones I'm not sure of. You know.
Yeah, Kirst, she says she can market anywhere in the world.
Mhm.
She can send it. QB54 said they know for sure they can send it to US and Canada. The other places, the shipping's too much right now. They're working on that. The scarf, she says she can send it everywhere. So I mainly, if I have doubts, I know most of the places we got says America and Canada for sure. So, but when in doubt, just go to the site and ask them the question, hey, where do you ship to?
So the scarves ship anywhere then?
That's what she said on her training. She said she can ship them anywhere.
No, that's good.
Yep.
So where do I go to get to her scarf site?
You should have seen, sign up with my link. I said, put it in the chat so you can get your dashboard. So every student should get with their MSI so you can get this right here. And then when you get it, you can go in and purchase from your own offers.
Wait a minute. Oh,
Yeah.
box.
So these are all the offers that we have available now.
Okay.
And all you have to do is just click on it and it's going to pull up your offer. That way you get credit for it. And you're going to go to
Okay.
your tracking link and there's your link right there. If you just highlight it, right click, and it says go to that, then you just click on it and it goes right to it. And that's where you can purchase from, and it's linked to you. So you get credit for your purchase.
Okay. And you do that through the Cash Network direct.
Yep. So
Right.
if you haven't signed up for it, scroll back up through the chat
Uh-huh.
in Skype and find where the link is, and you want to go in and register. It takes a couple of days for you to get approved, and then you can go in and log back in.
I got squigglies all over my chat, so I don't see nothing on chat.
Not on chat, on Skype.
On Skype, okay.
Yeah, on your Skype chat, on our
Okay.
group Skype chat.
All right.
All righty.
All right.
Cash Network is just for all the new stuff though, but I mean, the other stuff you have to go to their sites.
Yeah, so
I
far,
want to
yeah.
order some pet stuff. I got that from CJ.
Yeah. So
That's a
yeah, she was
CJ
asking about the
product.
scarf.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, but anything else that you want to buy off of something you see in your site, then you need to go to that dashboard where you got it from and
Right.
click on the link from there. Like Pat said, just copy your link out of your page, open it in a new tab, copy it in a new tab, and then shop
Yeah.
it.
I was just saying all the new stuff is under Cash Network.
all the new
not-
stuff is
Not
under-
all the other stuff, just the
yeah.
new stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got it.
Hmm.
All right. That's all I have for right now.
Let's hold it.
So if we don't have any more questions, I'm sorry I ran over. Haven't run over in a long time.
You were due.
I was due. You're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you were.
We had some good information coming in. That's why.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Good class.
All right,
Thanks,
so I'm glad everybody got something out.
No
This, I should be able to post this tomorrow. And like I said, I'm glad y'all came. Hope you learned some stuff. If you got any questions about, the Cash Network, if you don't have it, get with your MSI or your instructor so they can get it for you.
Okay.
Emilio, remember, we are going to get together
Monday,
Monday. What time
2
did I
o'clock.
say?
2 o'clock Central.
All right. Just want to make
Sheila,
sure.
how do I know whose MSI I'm under? I know I'm supposed to be under yours, but
You are. If you use that link I gave you, it's mine. It's ours.
Welcome to the family. Phyllis,
okay. But you
Yeah.
can't see me on it, right?
I can
you.
see all of my all the ones that signed up. Yeah, I can see it.
And I'm signed up under yours.
I have to go in there and look and see, but it should be. Give me a
I
minute.
just wanted to make sure I'm signed up under the right person.
Yeah, if you use the information I gave you and sent
Uh-huh.
to you, then it should, that's the only one. Each MSI has their own.
Okay.
So, give me a minute and I can see.
Why is it just under MSIs? Why don't all the instructors have the link to give to their students?
Because
all
the
the
way
other
they have it,
products.
the way they have it set up is, they didn't, the Cash Network doesn't have the ability to set up 80,000 different links.
We'll end up breaking it, huh?
Yeah. So that's why the MSI has the referral link. But then when you log in, you get your own links for your pages so you can get the commissions. We don't
Right.
get anything off of the referral link. We work just like y'all do. We get the commission. We get commission from our own link. We don't get the referral. There's nothing for a referral. That's just the way they set it up. So they just have one tracking system.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And then from there, they see all the referred people. And then that's how you get your individual link based on the refers that come in so that they know that this person is assigned to this group. So that if there's anything wrong, that group, their first number is your group number. So they can always go back and say, oh, this is under this person. We can fix it. But we don't get anything additional off of the referral. Everybody's link works individually.
Okay. Anything on the memes?
talked to Tanya yesterday. They were working on them last night.
She said
Literally.
meeting last Tuesday, yeah, everything is caught up and if you
Yeah.
know, okay,
So
always
yeah,
left behind.
talked to her last night. So
Last one to
hopefully she'll
get
have
me.
something for me soon.